Now let's get into them reacting about these last-minute Biden pardons and also the January 6th pardons. Alyssa goes in by saying that what Biden did, pardoning his immediate family at the very last second, was super disgraceful.
I think it was prudent that Joe Biden preemptively pardoned people like Dr. Fauci and Mark Milley, who are political targets for Donald Trump. He has expressed that. I was floored that Joe Biden pardoned his whole family, and let me tell you why. He's either, the most charitable interpretation is the Titanic is sinking, I've got a life raft for my family, but anyone else who challenged Trump, you better swim or you're drowning. That's my most charitable interpretation. And finally, he didn't do anything to protect people who testified against Donald Trump unless they happen to be wrapped up with the police officers. And it sets a very dangerous precedent. Now Donald Trump can basically advise staff and his family to do anything unlawful and then just issue a blanket pardon when he leaves office. I think it was disgraceful and it's going to harm his legacy.
I think comparing Biden's pardons to Trump's is like comparing apples to Volkswagens.
Seems really similar with Jared Kushner.
It does not seem similar to me because Joe Biden's family and the people he pardoned in the January 6th committee have not actually committed crimes. He is trying to prevent them from spending the rest of their lives fighting the government, which is no easy feat.
Anna Navarro saying, no, Biden's pardons were better because everybody was innocent, is the exact opposite way that 99% of people feel about this. That is why we're mad about it, because they were innocent. They hadn't been convicted of any crime. You blanket pardoning people who were not even in the spotlight shows that you were up to some shady stuff and you don't care about how your legacy is looked. You're just gonna give your family complete coverage on the way out. Most pardons are when people are guilty, so Trump using it on guilty people doesn't make it out of the norm. It makes it the appropriate use for a pardon. I mean, these ladies, they're so delusional. Now, of course, as expected, Sunny Hostin comes out of nowhere, showing her overwhelming support for Biden's preemptive blanket pardons as well. Watch.
Just wanted to put a quick button on it because I was not offended by Biden pardoning his family because I think, just like Maya Angelou said, when someone shows you or tells you who they are, believe them the first time.
Right.
We've already had a Trump presidency. We know that this administration is a vengeful one. We know this is a vengeful man. And if I can protect me and mine, I would do that. And so I think we need to show Joe Biden some grace.
My fear is the precedent it's set, because I think Biden holds himself on this certain moral high ground, and he's setting a very dangerous precedent.
Against a very dangerous man.
Yes, that's going to allow that man to basically give blanket pardons to anyone who chooses to commit crimes.
But he would do it anyway. He would do it anyway.
Look at her psychotic face at the end. He was gonna do it anyway. Like, imagine justifying in your head that upending every single norm in American government, in American society, because you thought he was gonna do it anyway. Of course, she's not offended by the pardons because she doesn't believe in the rule of law. I'm sure she would love a pardon for her RICO case indicted husband. She only cares about the rule of law being applied, and obviously applied unfairly, when it's somebody who politically disagrees with her. And what Alyssa said at the end was right too. You guys gave Trump literally the green light by giving him a ton of historical precedent to justify anything he wants to do.